Hey everybody, so today I'm gonna talk about what's it like being pregnant at 17 and having a kid also. Um, well, first, one thing is just it's really hard, it's very tiring, and it's a lot of work. Um, for I don't believe that it's not like the greatest thing in the world, but it happens, so you have to accept it and try to prove and do what you have to do. And for me, being pregnant with him was different than with this one. It was a lot more stress, and it was the first when you're having a first baby, especially when you're a teen. You are very stressed, and you are very get comments from your family, your friends, and people around you, like, have you done this? What do you think about this? And like about in the future. And it's kind of stressful, and it was really stressful for Alec, being pregnant with him, because everything was like I get what they're saying, but like I don't know, and like I still have to figure it out. And at when I was pregnant with him, I didn't really see his dad for like a couple of months, so I was pretty alone. Um, and trying to well, it was during I got pregnant with him on I found I was pregnant. Um, let me think. On February 22nd, our and February 22nd is our anniversary, me and his dad. And yeah, and when we found out, kind of figured I was, because missed I missed my period, and I just felt so sick. And it's not like throwing up sick, it's like I had the headaches, I had the fever, I was sweating, and I was just not good. So yeah, when we found out I was pregnant with him, it was mixed emotions, like you're happy, like it's a baby, it's a blessing. You can't be sad, too depressed over that. But like I was also sad because like scared to tell my family, my friends, school, but yeah, like it was a lot of things, and I don't know what was coming. So yeah, when I was pregnant with him, I didn't know what to do. Like, it was unexpected. Um, and told my parents, my family. Well, I didn't really tell them. um, I was trying to hide it to avoid the conversation, to avoid me telling them, like, everybody sit down, I'm gonna tell you something, I'm pregnant, like, I don't know, to me, I get so much anxiety from that, because their opinions are really strong, and they're gonna say a lot of stuff, and yeah. I I was trying to think a way to tell them. Um, in like maybe like 6 months or so, I was just trying to hide it, and I didn't tell anybody at school except like a couple friends. And I told my social worker. She was amazing, and it's like she was the first person I told when I came back to school, and I think and first adult actually, and I was just for talking to her, it felt so much better. And yeah, she tried whatever to tell me what I needed, or advice, anything. And yeah, I was trying to hide it. So I was really small, so I you 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 couldn't believe like I was pregnant. And I hid it for like 4 months, being pregnant. um I think it was a week before I was gonna find out the gender with Alec. um my dad and my family kind of knew, so they kind of figured, because I was getting a little bit showing. And for me, I'm like really tiny, and just like a little bit showing, they're like, oh my god, she looks different. So yeah, and they kind of really, really like thought about it, because I was a little bit bigger, and I was wearing sweats and all that stuff, trying to hide it. And yeah, and then my sister like picked up my shirt, and she's like, you can tell me if you're pregnant or not. And yeah, like I had to tell my whole family that I am, and they're kind of like mixed emotions, like happy, and like they told me like, why couldn't you tell me, you know? Like, I'm just like, well, it's kind of hard because their opinions are so strong, to me. Like, when they're angry, like, it could be burst out and like really bad. So I just didn't want to tell them. But it was good because then they knew. And yeah, because like that total 4 months that I didn't tell them, like I was puking and like I did not feel well. It was horrible. And yeah, and I had to go to the doctor appointments without telling them. So yeah. And yeah, like, and then I had Alec once I was 8 months. I had him a month early. And yeah, just from then to now, like, it was so stressful. It was kind of like fast and like serious stuff, like, because he was early and all that stuff, and it was too much for me. Because it's a lot of process. It's like you have to do this, do that, a lot of paperwork, and like everything was trying to get mixed up in my head, because like a lot of people weren't doing the things that they were supposed to do, like insurance and paperwork and all that stuff. And yeah, for like a 15-year-old, I was just not, like, I was trying to keep myself going, and I was just not having it, because it was a lot of process and a lot of work. But yeah, so I had him at September 29th. And yeah, so when I found out I was pregnant with this baby, I found out I was pregnant in August. Don't remember the exact date, but I have it on my phone. But it was in August. We have the Steele County Fair here in Owatonna, and it was the last day. And I kind of knew, because like I missed my period, but I didn't feel like different. But once I missed my period, I feel different, because I'm just like, oh my god, this could possibly like be it. Like, I'm pregnant. And when I found I was pregnant, I'm not gonna say too much, but it was really, this one was really unexpected. Um, it was not the great response from my boyfriend, but I get what he was trying to like point out like, well, we already have one kid. We can't have two. Just getting more anxiety from him, and just like thinking ahead, too much ahead, and thinking like, oh, we can't do this, you know. So I'm not gonna say too much of his response because it's not very positive. But it kind of reflect on me and be like, okay, well, I know that, and I don't want to do any other option, you know, and I will continue this pregnancy. And so that's what I did, because I believe like having the baby, it's a blessing, but I knew what the outcome of this, and so I had to take responsibility and do what I have to do to be another parent to another baby and being pregnant again. And this pregnancy was a bit rough too, because I was sick, but I was more sick to the point I had to go to the hospital multiple times because it was too much for me whenever I get sick. And yeah, it was like, the sick part was really bad, but most of it was really good. Right now I am 28. I'm going to be 29 weeks tomorrow, and I feel tired. And I'm just trying to get everything prepared. Yeah. So far, everything's good. Everything's been different with him and her. I didn't feel, one thing I will point out, I didn't feel his kicks until 21 weeks. I felt her kicks at 15 weeks. So there's a lot of little different things that's different. And yeah, like, it's just really been different, if you can see. And yeah. Right now I go to different, not hospital, but clinics, you know. So I went to Atana with him. I'm going to Northfield with this baby girl because I feel I was born in Northfield and raised in Northfield too, a little bit. And yeah, I will like a second option, and I feel like Northfield will be the better when I like will be better if when I give birth, and how they like treat me and how they take care of me and all that stuff. And yeah, so I feel like I'm more prepared now. I know what, I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I got it under control, because I don't. Anything can happen, and it's not gonna go always the way I plan. And yeah, so those are the differences. Like, I can't show you much when I was, because I didn't do YouTube when I was pregnant with him. I was thinking about it, but I don't know. I was very depressed when I was pregnant with him. So, yeah. And I've been a little bit depressed and with this pregnancy, but not as much, because I would like to be in a positive mindset for this baby, because I just feel like if you're not in a positive mindset, the baby is not going to be in a good health. Like, I just feel like if I be positive, I be happy, try myself like to be happy and like enjoying a lot of things and try new things, then she can come out being happy and easy, maybe. But I just hope for the best. And yeah, and yeah, so those are the differences. I'm not gonna say too much of the difference because it's gonna be a long video and I'm gonna talk a lot. But some of the differences I told you about was I don't remember what I said, but the heartbeat was different. His was 140, around 140 to 150. This baby's 150 to 160. So really, like, the heartbeat was different, and I kind of knew it was gonna be a girl. And I don't know, just this pregnancy was different. My body was different. Yeah. And you can tell your body, and I'm not saying like, oh, if you have my symptoms and you're pregnant, you might have a girl. No. Every woman and every like pregnancy is different. So I found I was pregnant with her when I found I was pregnant with Alec when I was 15. And then I had him when I was 15. I found out I was pregnant, and when I found out I was pregnant with baby girl, I was 16. Yeah. Was it 16? Yes, yeah, I was 16, yeah. And now, because I was 16 and found out in August, and yeah, he was like 11 months old. Yeah, he was 11 months old. And so I found out I was pregnant with her when I was 16. I'm 17 now because my birthday is in December. And it's February 3rd right now, I believe. So yeah, and then her kicks are so strong, and I can see them, I can feel them. It's like, oh Lord, I felt his kicks, but not as strong. Like, you know, it's a here and there, and not really much people like can feel it, you know. But like, and his head was always down and like, very down by my bladder. I was always peeing every second, and I feel like hers is too. But like, I don't know. I hope she stays in. My doctor said I have to make sure I go at least 37 weeks pregnant. Like, just to that point. If I can go to 37 weeks, and then that's great, you know. But if I go more, then that's great too, because then she can stay in longer and she can be more healthy and bigger. So yeah, those are the differences of my pregnancies. What's it like being pregnant with 2 kids? Well, not 2 kids yet, but having a kid and being pregnant is stressful. You're constantly have to clean up after him and bending down and cleaning and doing stuff, and like when I hold him, I have to hold him up here because it's so much pressure when he goes down on, you know, on your belly, you know. Yeah, it's been hectic, and yeah. And school, I'm trying to finish school, and I hope I will graduate within next year or the year after that. Whenever I graduate, because that's my main goal. Yeah, so what's it like being pregnant and having a baby and under 18? Not very like amazing, but I love him to death. He's the smartest kid ever. He plays, he laughs, he does everything right, you know, like, and yeah, he has his tantrums, but what else? What other kid doesn't have tantrums? And, yeah, like, but besides that, I'm gonna do, like, he's been sick a lot, you know, and I'm gonna explain in a different video, on Monday. I'm gonna vlog this week, and I'm gonna vlog his journey and what's going on with him, because it's really important to me. So, like, I know, like, to share with others. Like, I'm not just a teen mom that doesn't know anything, that, oh my god, you know, wow. But, like, yeah, I've done a lot. If you, like, yeah, teen moms, if you think about it, like, oh, they must be really tired, they must do a lot of work, but it's not like, and they have to take care of the baby, but it's not like that. It's like, we're like adults that's still going to high school or whatever, and we're still young. That's all. We're just still young, and we're just learning a lot of stuff early and doing stuff early. So basically that. And once I hit 30 weeks, I'm gonna do more vlogging, and I'm so excited and so nervous because 35 weeks when he came, and I really want to vlog before 35 weeks. So every week I'm going to do a pregnancy update and do a lot of other stuff, and I'm kind of really excited about it because I'll just like to show you guys what getting prepared before having another baby, and showing you guys like what's it going to be like and what I have to prepare for. And yeah, and that's basically it. So it's a lot of stuff that's gonna come soon. It's not gonna be the most amazing video ever. I like talk a lot, but I just enjoy like sharing other people what I've been through and what I'm going through right now, and my side of, maybe you don't have kids or not, but I am gonna have two. So I like to show people what I try to do and what I do my hardest to be a parent and being a mom. And yeah, because not every teen parent has like both parents, you know. I don't have my mom, so my mom passed away 5 years ago, so I only have my dad. My dad can only help so much because, you know, he's getting, not old, but he's getting like to that point where, you know, he's a grandpa already for 3. I have 2 nephews and 1 niece, and then my son. But it's a lot of work too. I am a teen, like, I do come from a teen mom too. My mom was a teen mom with my half brother when she was young, and my sister was a teen mom when she was 15. My brother was a teen dad when he was 16, I think. 16 or 17. I think 16. And then I am a teen mom of 15 and 17. So yeah, I come from, well, I don't think my grandma was one, but my mom was one. But she graduated high school, so that's good. And I want to make her proud. So, yeah. So that's it for my video today. I just want to keep it short and simple. My other videos will not be short and simple because it's going to be a lot explaining, and I'm going to show you a lot of things that's going to be going on with Alec and me, and yeah, and I'm going to show, and I'll be posting another video soon about the father of my baby. His name is Ryan, and I will talk about if I'm with him or not, and what our plans are, or everything you need to know what's like to have another person input on this. So yeah, so thank you for watching.